morning, guitar players. Welcome to my weekly Facebook Live mini guitar lesson. A little nugget of guitar goodness is the way I like to think about it. Every Thursday morning at 9:45 CDT right here on Facebook. You can grab a short little few minutes of new guitar fun. Why would you not do that? So we do all sorts of topics, just from really basic things for new guitar players to more advanced things. We've done some picking things, we've done some performance tips. Today what we're going to focus on is the most common strumming mistake. We'll get to that in a second. I want to encourage you to check out the information in the description of today's video. There's, very useful links to my website, to my YouTube channel, where there's oodles and oodles of other little mini guitar lessons. All of my Facebook Live events are archived right here on the Facebook page. And so you just scroll down and you'll just see, I don't know, a gazillion, maybe not a gazillion, but of past Facebook Live mini guitar lessons. Also, once a month, I do a really super fun class on Zoom. The August class is going to be on, we're going to learn songs by Grammy hitmakers. So anybody from Merle Haggard to Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran, Adele. So you're going to want to think about doing that. All the details and the link to sign up is right in the description. So you're also going to want to sign up for my free monthly newsletter. There's just a link in the description again to do that as well. And you'll never miss a class. You'll get to see interviews with all sorts of music business pros and interesting things that my guitar students are doing. If you ever get in the mood for guitar lessons, talk to me about that. That's actually my real day job. So today we're going to talk about the most common strumming mistake. So I have a pick in my hand because almost all the time, a pick is your best friend if you're trying to strum. I'm not saying you're not allowed to strum without a pick, but you probably want to have a pick. So pick up your pick. I'm just going to strum a G chord just because most of you know a G chord, and we're not really thinking too hard about our left hand here today. We're thinking about the right hand. The basic idea of strumming is that you want to keep your arm moving in a constant way. So the most common strumming mistake is when we fail to do that. So let me show you what that looks like. It's not a terrible thing. It just interrupts the flow of the groove of your rhythm hand. So to not keep your arm moving in a consistent, what we call subdivision, would, for example, look like this. I'm not saying that sounds terrible, but it feels really weird and kind of, you can only get so good if you're moving your arm that way. So what you're going to notice is that sometimes I move my arm like this and then I get faster. So it's kind of changing and a little herky-jerky. What we would rather do is go like this. This is the same rhythm, moving my arm in a constant way. So if you think about it, you realize, Ellen, are you telling me that my arm should keep moving even when there's a rest in the rhythm? So in other words, even when there's space and there's no sound, I should move my arm anyway? Hell yeah. So let me slow that down so you can see how sometimes I'm going to move my arm when there's no sound coming out. And that is a little confusing to your brain. But that's exactly what we do so that we are constantly in that subdivision. Subdivision is like, if it's like da 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 da, my arm is constantly moving, even if there's not a sound. So I can keep the flow going. So let me do it real slow for you. Oh, did you just see me move my arm up and you didn't hear anything? That's what I'm talking about. So watch. Did you see me move my down? See, did you see me move my arm up without a sound? And a second later, I moved it down without a sound. So the first thing I'd recommend to you to kind of get used to the feel of this is to mute the left hand. So now you don't have to worry about chords or even making much sound. And just practice this. Even if it sounds a little weird, this is the feeling you need to get used to. Da, 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 da. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's the way we move our arm. Never stopping, always flowing. That's for the feel that we want to get into our brain, into our arm. You can do this while you watch TV. You can do this while you look out the window and think about those squirrels in the backyard or whatever. Just to get the feel of that. There's no such thing as too much repetition. We really need to kind of embrace this. Then when you're ready, you can start changing the rhythm. Okay, so now you might go, well, Ellen, okay, maybe that makes sense for that rhythm you're doing. How about all the other rhythms in the world? Is this really going to work for that? Yeah, I'm going to say 99% of the rhythms you're going to play, this is going to hold true for. I'm just going to leave a 1% chance to cover my butt that there's some rhythm out there where we would want to do something different. So let me just play you a couple of other quick rhythms to demonstrate that my arm is going to move constantly. I really mean it. I'm not lying. So like this. Okay, so I'll make you this offer. If you see my arm stop moving here this morning in our little Facebook Live mini lesson, I will send you a dozen roses. I just made that up. I don't even know who you are, but I'm not going to stop moving my arm. That's how important this is. So here's a completely different rhythm. Okay, did I stop moving my arm? No, I did not. How about this? Just don't stop moving my arm. That's what creates the flow that we're looking for. All right, y'all. Practice that. Make friends with it. I hope I see you next Thursday morning, 9:45 CDT. We might do some more strumming. I'm not even sure what we're going to do. I would love to hear from you if you've got any requests or suggestions about what you'd like me to focus on in a future Facebook Live mini guitar lesson. I am open to your ideas. I love it when people talk to me. If there's something, if you've got a suggestion about how to make this better, I would love to hear that as well. So check out our Zoom class in August here in a couple weeks on Grammy Hitmakers. Sign up for my free monthly newsletter. That way you'll always know what I'm up to. You'll always know what class is coming up and all sorts of other cool things. So I'll see you next time. Meanwhile, stay in the groove.